keeping the faith when you can't see what you're creating.
That's juicy.
She just like knew it.
You saw me alone. Hey, my name is Haley J. McKenzie, and I like to call myself the Abundance Architect, and I am a trainer with IGC. And so today what we're going to be doing is a sample coaching session so that you guys can get a feel of what coaching is like and how we actually conduct our sessions. And so today I have the beautiful Alexis with me.
Hi, I'm Alexis Logan. I've been a coach actually for over 7 years, find myself in a transition right now, and looking to see what's next.
Awesome. And so tell me, what is your request today?
I'm used to always achieving and getting the thing that I want.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, it's about like keeping the faith when I can't see what's being created.
Yeah.
Even though I know that I'm on the path. And I feel like every time that I get close and I get closer to the thing, something happens. And I start to jerk back and go, oh crap, was I off path? Was I out of alignment? I did all the work and it looked like everything was coming together at the last minute. Just didn't show up.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you basically want to know how to confirm that you're on the right path. Tell me, what do you think is the bigger breakthrough here for you?
Just keeping the faith, and like holding on to the thing that I desire, know deep down that I want to create, even when it seems like none of the stuff is shifting or happening.
And what would you say that looks like? Is it a feeling? Is it a plan? What does that look like for you?
I mean, I get super excited. I run with ideas. Mm-hmm. I'm very much an implementer, so I don't have a problem like doing the things.
Yeah.
But I feel like I put in a ton of work and then it doesn't show up.
Firstly, I'd love to acknowledge you for sharing that with me because I know it's not easy to share those kinds of things. And I'd love to start by just talking about what is your definition of faith? How do you define faith?
That's a great question. Faith to me is holding on deeply to the belief, even in the face of chaos and people telling you it's not going to work out or, all the things not showing up. And what I find is that I get shaky.
Yeah.
I start to pull back and go, okay, maybe this wasn't for me.
Yeah. And are you finding that there are specific times when your faith is wavering or when it feels shaky?
In the 11th hour.
Yeah.
It's in the 11th hour where you're like, I am 1 hour away from this thing happening. So I'm getting close to the thing that I want. Previously I didn't think I could have it. And now it's getting closer and it's getting closer and it gets closer and I'm like, oh my God, it's happening. Oh my God, this would be so amazing. And then poof, it doesn't happen.
And would you say that in like obsessing so much over that thing, that maybe there is some type of relationship with it not happening?
I say I have a wishy-washy relationship with getting things that I want. Mm-hmm. Like sometimes it happens, sometimes they don't. And sometimes I feel that the more that I really want the thing to happen, most of the time it poofs.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I've got the desire and I'm here and, I've done all the things, like why hasn't this shown up?
And would you say that when you are, holding on to the desire, where's your confidence in all of this? Are you at a high confidence level? Are you at a, where do you find yourself on that scale?
I think there's fear around being certain that it's going to happen.
I like that. And so what would you say that your relationship is with confidence and that certainty that it can happen?
Well, I think in certain areas of my life, I'm super confident. But when it comes to creating dreams, holding a vision, having something that has never happened to me happen before, that's where I start to go into massive worry mode and tend to obsess.
How is the worry and the fear serving you as it pertains to actually getting the thing that you want?
I guess in a sense it is kind of protective because then if it doesn't happen, then I'm like, okay, like I've been down this path before and I can pull myself back, right? And do whatever I need to do to pick myself back up and keep moving forward. I tend to, at least, maybe not as much as before, but now within the last 6 months, just really feeling a lot more worry and fear because I'm stepping further and further away from everything that I've known.
How would the fully confident Alexis show up when she's putting things out there into the world?
Probably was like 1,000% belief in the thing, where I would just have like television and I wouldn't let all those things sort of get to me.
Yeah. And so what do you feel is preventing you from showing up as fully confident Alexis?
The fear of it all just not working out.
Yeah.
And it being like, oh, that was a great dream, but it's really not viable.
All right, Alexis. Well, what I'm hearing is that you want to show up as this fully confident woman that's doing the damn thing and just putting herself out there. And so I'd love for you to let me know, as your coach, what are you committed to doing to allow this woman to show up?
I'm committed to showing up as her. What's feeling good is to go back to the space where I was confident and actually visualizing that each day and remembering that when I start to get into fear, like just press pause and go back to her.
Right. And so can we maybe create a ritual around this where you know that anytime you're feeling that fear, you can activate that visualization? Mm-hmm. Can we get a commitment on that?
Yes.
Okay. And as your coach, what would feel good as accountability in terms of how I can support you in holding this vision and this woman that you are trying to bring to life?
Well, I think for me, reaching out when I feel it come up and just saying, it came up, this is what happened, and I did this, and sort of, this is how I moved through it, would actually be really good for me.
Okay, awesome. And so what I'm hearing you say is that you would love to reach out to me and have me just hold that space for you when that thing is coming up for you.
Yeah, just
Okay,
sort of
awesome.
just like a notification. It popped up today. Here's what I did.
Alexis, what have you gotten from this session thus far?
Just the clarity and understanding where I've been living in and acknowledging like how much fear and worry I've been living in. Because up until this point, you know, when it's in your head, it's just a story you're telling yourself. But if I'm telling you, then I actually hear myself voice the words like, oh, like do I want to really be that person? So that level of clarity was just amazing.
That's awesome. And so as you guys can see through this sample session, even though it's just a few minutes, you can really have some very, very powerful breakthroughs, especially when you're working with a powerful coach that's willing to ask the questions that most people aren't willing to ask. You can have some amazing transformations in a few minutes. And you heard it here first.